So for the most part, when it comes to the summer vacation event, it's practically done. Obviously with the summer story, the second part of it has officially released. You're able to get an additional shark water gun, so I mean you can kind of put that towards duping out whichever one that you selected, of course, excluding buying it from the shop. Just, you know, we'll get into that in just a second. But yeah, obviously the summer crush you can maximize by getting the remaining rewards. So we're practically done with part 1, as you could say. The reason why it's part 1 is because we don't have the remaining skins that we know of, right? So if we head over to... So I was patiently waiting to see if they would actually give us some sort of date, but Summer Vacation Chapter 2 Update Celebration Check-in, starting from today's reset going to next week, Monday. So it perfectly fits in time with when the next update will have... Not like the next big update, but like an update for them to kind of potentially add stuff in if they choose to. Or when they typically add stuff in during the week, that is. But yeah, so obviously we're going to be getting 2 shark water guns right there. So in total, that's 4 that they've given out for free. So if you want to buy 2 from the shop, then technically speaking, you can get a maxed out shark water gun and get that plus 10% on QTE and basic skills, of course. They're also giving us the Hot Summer Artifact chest and the Romantic Seashell chest. If I can, I'm just double checking something here just to make sure. Is it what I think it is? Yeah, alright, cool. So we're going to get a full set of this basically. So this is again working like the toughness set, and then the other one, no sorry, this is working like the expert set, this is working like the toughness set. So they're giving us another set. Honestly, buying these, if you are struggling getting the higher level rarity of toughness and expert, then I mean you can utilize that. But we are getting another free set of that, so that's actually pretty dope. And then yeah, just keys and then workshop, brilliant light invitations. Sadly, no essence, no what do you call it? Tickets. So that's unfortunate. But it does confirm that this is going to be a login streak going into next week. So one thing which I've been doing, as you guys can see, is I am holding off from actually spending these materials because I'm curious on whether or not if they were going to continue on by adding the additional piece of content for the summer. Obviously with the skins, we'll go furthermore through them. Mass as well as Alpha did inform us about these dyes coming in, so if you haven't spent your dyes, keep them, because it seems that there's going to be other variants of costumes that you can change colors on Emma and Cheyenne and whatnot. This looks so fake to me, but this is actually real. This is a legitimate thing. I kind of mess with the jacket. I'm not a big fan of the pink hair, but I do like the pink jacket, I will say that. So but this Cheyenne variant looks mag. Oh, this is it. This is money right here. So there's that. So there's a little bit of a closer look. Alpha did show this off during a live stream, of course. So that's the obviously dye color. So obviously this is one of the skins that we haven't yet to see. This is going to be coming in part 2. Now this is why Hansemi is being questioned to say that she is going to be releasing sooner than later, because she is also in the whole summer event thing, and so this is why the whole speculation on oh, she's going to be releasing with Go, oh, she's going to be releasing before Go, because she's within the summer piece of content, right? And we know part 2 continuation will happen. If they do drop Hansemi, it will have to be on the 20th, yes, on the 20th. So if they've got anything planned for next week, it will rather be with what they've missed out on, being the Emma and Alicia, right? I think those are the 2 girls that we're really missing. Hansemi with her summer costume will come in as Hansemi releases, and if that is the case, it could be the 20th, and I'm praying, I'm banking on it's in September, so that way we get that little bit of a break. So that's kind of like the additional costumes on what we've got going on. So coming back to the shop itself, as you guys can see, I have been saving these materials. Now, just an FYI, if the part 2 does happen on the update date, as you guys can see, you can't save these. So if part 2 for the summer event for like Emma and Alicia, of course, happens on the update day, these all need to be gone. You got to buy out what you need to buy out, all right? But as there is a timer going on, what I recommend and what I suggest is save up, hold off, see what next week brings, if more gets added, if the skins get added, if more importantly the new weapon gets added, because we're still waiting on the skewer. You got to keep that in mind, because obviously the only other weapon that we have outside of the sharks, the little sharks for the hunters, obviously we've got the marlin fish, right? For the most part, you know, you can and you are able to max it out, of course, with all the amount of resources that they give out, which is fantastic for everyone. But we are waiting on the skewer. It hasn't been confirmed whether or not if it's going to be given away for free. I truly do believe it should be given away for free. It just doesn't come across as a banner weapon. Personal thoughts on that one. And if that is the case, obviously with one of the best ways to go about on getting that new weapon, especially with the marlin fish, was through these materials. So obviously that's why I'm saving up. So as of right now, save up, wait until next week brings. If nothing happens next week, then we know for sure that we can waste everything, because this all resets. Whatever materials you got here, it all goes away. Alright, so at that very moment, confirming from next week and onwards, just spend everything, buy what you want to buy, and just max out. Honestly, with me, I'm kind of holding off again because I want to +1 the marlin board, because why not? So that will be something that I want to buy, and then of course we can max out the weapon for the sharks, and then obviously other bits of resources I'll still I've bought, or a few of them, of course. So that's what I would suggest for right now. We'll see what happens with the skewer if they choose to add it last minute. If not, then the skewer definitely is coming on the update date, on the big update date, of course. Now, another reason why I say potentially on why they might actually add in part 2. So obviously Cheyenne is given out through the login, which is completely fine, of course. But everything falls in line from when they're doing their little check-in to with how it kind of lines up with this check-in, of course. Lee Bora also, with all her day challenges, ends next week. So technically speaking, they can reset this and give us a free Emma or Alicia. And then if they choose to, they could do a much shorter check-in to give, again, Emma or Alicia. And then in terms of the mini events, they can keep that as is. I mean, what they've done right now, actually, if you hop over to this event right here, you can actually use Emma and Alicia and actually see Emma and Alicia. Well, actually no, Emma was in the previous one, but they are now showing Alicia. There we go. So Emma was in the previous run. They've now switched up the girls. Alicia is in here with her costume, which I'll show you guys in just a second. There you go. So she's now got her beautiful summery vibe costumes going on, and then of course you can then use Lee Bora. She's also, god damn, I didn't know it was going to be that see-through. All right, but yeah, so you get, I mean, yeah, you get to see the costumes in action beforehand. So yeah, very nice, very nice. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, if you get the marlin boards maxed out, that's fine. Honestly, with the shark guns, because we're getting 2, if you want to buy 2 for the cost of 160, I think that at the very most you can do so. I know people might want to get the additional HP and defense. I mean, it's completely up to you, but be smart about it. Get the 2 when you're logging in, because you technically speaking, if you have been doing the missions, you should have this shark weapon at +1 already. And then in terms of obviously everything else, I mean, get the resources that you realistically need at the end of the day, right? But keep in mind with the rune fragments, Jinwoo is getting his job change, so yeah, make sure you're not forgetting about this, because when the new job change comes about, a new rune, a new skill is going to be added into the game, and so cater to that. Obviously blessings, I mean these are just going to be overall just very important to have, of course. If you need tier 3's versions, I wish they dropped tier 2. Did they drop? Yeah, no, they did. Okay, yeah, so make sure you get the the elixirs, because you're going to need them. But yeah, there you go. I think that's what I would kind of really suggest. Wait, do they have... Okay, I'm going to throw this in there. Make sure you grab these boys, Marks of Time 1 and 2. I haven't bought 2 yet, but if you haven't, if you guys do want to get progress your account to be more stronger, they've added a second set of armory. This armory will give you additional power level. Oh wait, what? Additional power level. It'll make your account stronger overall. So make sure to cater to this, and it does require those hourglasses. So please don't forget about this to give you like an overall boost in on your account.